Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining our podcast again. We're your hosts, Jenny and Rali.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome to Let's Not Talk About Fashion.
Fashion, fashion, fashion.
Okay, what are we having today for you?
So, for today, I've got some fun Reddit stories that include and are more like about fashion, like some wedding stuff, some like, oh, I told my partner they can't wear like this, is that okay? Like, am I the asshole stuff? So, it's mainly am I the asshole and am I overreacting? But I've scoured Reddit. I found the best of the best, and we're just gonna read through them, give our opinion, and have fun with it. Because honestly, who doesn't like reading Reddit stories?
No, exactly. Who
It's so
doesn't like a
chaotic.
bit of, you know?
I mean, some of them are. I was like, because I was like reading through them. Some of them I skimmed, so I haven't properly read them. So don't judge me about my reading skills. I hate reading in front of people, and I read very fast. So when I read a lot, but because it's in my brain, I don't read it in front of people. So I just like read so quickly that I have to like slow down how I read just
Well, I'll
so I
let
can
you know.
hear everything.
Right, should we just get started then?
Let's get started. Hey,
Oh, I'm quite excited because I know nothing about these stories.
let me cough. Cut that out. Okay, we're gonna start with this first one from Am I Overreacting? By divorcing my wife after she blew 100K on fashion in 2 years. So it's by Nervous Outside 7156 on the subreddit Am I Overreacting? Let's go. Using a throwaway for obvious reasons. We got lucky with an inheritance and parlay that hit on stake that was supposed to be our future. House down payment, retirement, adult shit. Instead, she went full shopaholic. Shopaholic. How do you say it?
Shopaholic.
Shopaholic?
Shopaholic.
Yeah, I got it right. At first, I didn't even notice. She'd come home with new stuff and I'd be like, cool, new dress, without thinking much about it. Then the credit card bills start rolling in. We had a talk, then another, then therapy. Nothing worked. The final straw was finding out she had a secret storage unit just for all the clothes that wouldn't fit in our closet anymore.
What?
Some still had tags on. I haven't read this one, by the way. Like, I read like kind of like the first bit, but I haven't read this. Oh my god. I'm not controlling. She can spend her own money however she wants, but this was our future. She was literally wearing away. We're talking 4K purses, designer shoes she wore once, custom shit I can't even pronounce. I tried everything before going nuclear, but when I suggested selling some of it to rebuild, to recoup losses, she had a complete meltdown. Papers are filed. She's staying with her sister, who thinks I'm the devil. My parents are not agreeing. Dad says I'm right. Mom says in sickness and in health includes shopping addiction. She keeps texting that she'll change, but I just don't believe it anymore. And honestly, the trust is gone. I can't stop thinking about what our future would have looked like. Now it's just a closet full of overpriced fabric. So, am I overreacting for walking away from someone who couldn't stop shopping even when it destroyed our future?
Ooh. So, wait. So, did she spend the inheritance money? Who inherited the money?
Let me go back. I got lucky with an inheritance. It's his inheritance.
So it's his so she spent his inheritance because he said at some point that obviously she can do whatever she likes with her money, which is correct.
But it's his inheritance, and it was also for their future, like house down payment, retirement, like all of that. And she kept on spending it. They went to therapy. They did, like, he talked to her.
I would be so disappointed. I would be so heartbroken. And I think, for me personally, I think he's right not to be able to trust her because she's clearly sick.
She is sick, but also he already tried to do stuff. Like, we had a talk. They went to therapy. That didn't help. And in the end, you're like, okay, I either have to like sit with this person.
Can you resell it?
Like she said, like I tried everything before going nuclear. But when I suggested selling some of it to recoup losses, she had a complete meltdown. So she didn't want to sell anything. Like,
I think it's very hard. I mean, it's obviously hard to walk away from a marriage like this, but I mean,
I think you had to. I don't think he's overreacting for walking away. I think like he tried his like ultimate best and she just wouldn't change. And in the end you're like, okay, I either have to spend my life with this person and knowing that everything or like any kind of money we make, she's just gonna spend it all on clothes.
I think it's very heartbreaking. But like I don't know.
It reminds me of
I don't think he's overreacting. I don't think
think
he's overreacting because I think. Oh, I mean, there's other things. Obviously, I mean, like what else is going on in the marriage? But like, there's other things, you know, that I don't know, have separate accounts that she doesn't have access to, or
But if you have to get to that point where you have separate accounts and she can't touch it and like
I think for me it's more the
there's a
secrecy.
trust.
I think it's a trust and it's a secrecy from her that by going out having a separate storage unit. I mean, I do understand you buy stuff and like I'm very much guilty of that I have dresses that still have the tags on them because I've bought them and never worn them. But if you have to do like if you have to hire a storage unit to hide things from your husband, I think that's bad.
It's really, really bad. I mean, like this and cheating, like at this point, this is kind of like, in a sense, cheating.
Well,
like,
I think it's betrayal. It's
It is
betrayal
betrayal.
of his trust. That like
it's like a gambling addiction, but with clothes.
yes and no. It's very much an addiction, and I think she needs to go. Like, I mean, continue with therapy and these things, and I think like, she needs to like sell some of the stuff and
She
like
doesn't want to.
well,
Like for him, honestly, I
then-
think the marriage is over for him. Like I think it's good that he walked away because, in the end, like this is just gonna like be something you have to deal with for your whole life, and you're never gonna be able to build a future with this person because clearly, she's not willing to let go of or like help herself.
I would feel so guilty spending somebody else's money. I think, but I don't know. I don't think he's overreacting. I think, like you said, he's tried stuff. Yeah.
Reminds me of I'm a big fan of How I Met Your Mother, and there was this like the whole like Lily and Marshall were getting married. They were engaged and everything, but she had like immense amounts of credit card debt because she was a shopaholic. So she would get like a new card until it was like spent through it, and then get another one. Like she had really really bad credit, and she was like super scared of telling Marshall. It was insane. It was so funny, but also like it's really really bad.
No, it is. It is very bad, and I think it's very easy to obviously buy stuff on credit, but if it's your husband's money that you're blowing through, and I mean, 100K is not an insignificant amount.
It's so much money.
It's so much money.
That is a down payment for that's more than a down payment for a house. That's like
you can retire from that money if you like invested smartly. You know,
Do you want to hear some of the comments?
yeah.
Because there's some a lot. I don't know about a lot, but there's some comments from OP. Okay, this one. Not overreacting. If you don't feel you can trust her, the relationship is over. And then OP responded to that. Yeah, man. Trust is definitely the thing I can't get past. After finding the storage unit, it's like I don't even know who she is anymore. She swears she'll change, but also gets defensive when I mention selling anything. Classic addict behavior, I guess. The thing that kills me is imagining what that money could have been. Our first house, travel, maybe even kids someday. Now it's just clothes and debt.
Yeah.
Oh wait, appreciate the straight talk. Sometimes you need internet strangers to confirm you're not crazy.
No.
You're not crazy. There is one comment here, big yellow box, massive comment. Let me try and read it with as much accuracy as possible. Top 1% commenter. In most states, any debt accumulated during the marriage is split 50-50 between the couple, even if only one person was actively engaged. So call every credit card company and close each and every account and let them know that you will never agree to reopening the account, so to please put a note in the file in case your wife tries to get them reactivated. And if you are in a one-party state, I would record the calls. Sorry. My ex was a spendthrift, and I would cut up the cards, and he would call the credit card company and just request a new one. It was never ending battle. We separated, but he delayed the divorce for years, and when the divorce was final, I found out he had racked up tens of thousands of dollars of CC debt during our separation. But the judges assigned half to me to pay off. Took me years, and I never even used the credit cards. What I should have done was actually closed each and every account, and then he would have had to apply in his name only. Still not sure if I would have been responsible for half because we were legally still married, and knocked down my credit. So put a credit freeze with all the credit. Sorry guys, I'm butchering. There's like so many like. Just having to repeat credit. And at that point, I'm like, my brain is. Anyway.
I think that's very difficult. I think it's really difficult if you like in
Credit
a
card debt is
marriage, or
crazy.
even like if you're working towards a goal together, or figuring out kind of what goal do you have as a couple, or like what are your goals? Do you want to like have kids? Do you want to have a house? Or what kind of lifestyle do you want? I think.
But I'm kind of like curious. Did he not know that she was like a shopaholic before they get married? Like,
Well,
did
maybe
keep
she
it a
wasn't.
secret?
Maybe she was just like one of these things that she.
Like all of a sudden you have money.
Yeah,
and
suddenly
like,
there was some money there, and obviously, like you said at the beginning, like she bought herself a new dress, or she came home with like the stuff, and he just thought, "Oh my God, you look really nice," and left it like that because I mean you inherited 100K. What's a dress? That's okay. Buy yourself some stuff, honey. But I think it's the betrayal that she just like spent all of it.
yeah. Another big yellow box with an award comment. Several people have asked and you haven't responded. Where did the money come from and whom was the money left? This is a pivotal information.
Well, he said it, inheritance, right?
Inheritance, but they didn't really say what inheritance.
But it doesn't really matter. It's his money. He got the money from an inheritance. I think that's the fact. It doesn't have to say like, "Oh, I got it from whatever." What does OP respond to that?
He didn't respond, but then someone else was like, "It's hers." OP says, "I'm not controlling. She can spend her own money however she wants." He would still get divorced. She's not going to spend when the money runs out. I thought it was his inheritance, but some people are saying it's her inheritance. But still, like, you're married, and like with the inheritance, I think you should, like, it's a lot of money. You should invest in it in like your future, even if it is her money. I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's different if it's her money or his money.
But okay, we got lucky with an inheritance and parlay that hit on state that was supposed to be our future. Yeah, he doesn't say. I think some people are saying it's hers. We.
Okay.
But I don't know. I still think okay, you could like have some of that money for like some new stuff, some new things. I want some meetings. I want some clothes. But it's a lot of money for you to just waste it all on clothing when that could be your future with your husband. And I get it with like the things depends on what it is. Like some people are like, if it's my inheritance, it's mine and you're not allowed to get near it. But then some people like they discuss it, I guess, and we're like, we want this for a future. I don't know.
But the thing, okay, so if it's her money, I think there's still like a red flag here for me is that she felt the need to hide it from him, and I think that's a big trust issue here.
Yeah, no, like hide the shopping. Yeah.
I mean, and I understand then as to why he's hurt. Because like as a couple, you should be working together. Otherwise, what's the point of being together?
Also, if you're married, your finances are very tight, and yeah, you should have your separate accounts if you're married. I completely agree with that. But with like things like that with inheritance, I think it really depends. Also, if you have a prenup, depending with inheritance how it works, because like in the UK, I've heard like prenups are very different than the ones in America.
Very different, yeah.
Like here, like they're not as like straightforward as they are in America. Like in America, you can put this is in your prenup and it stands. Here, it's like open for interpretation. You can have a prenup, and if you end up getting divorced, your partner still gets half of like everything. So I don't know exactly how it works. It's not as
it's not as straightforward.
No.
I still think like obviously now depending on who got the inheritance, the game completely changes. But I still think I would feel very betrayed, and fundamentally, even if it is like her money that she inherited, if she's blowing all of that on clothes, um, I would still feel really hurt.
Oh, I feel very, very hurt, especially if you've had this discussion that you wanted that money to be like for your future, for a house, for all of this, and then you realize like she spent it on. You're like, okay, I get it, it's your money, but at the same time, we had this talk, we had this discussion to use this money for us and to build a family together, and
I agree.
You just spent it all.
Yeah.
So, not.
I don't think he's overreacting.
I don't think he's overreacting either. Next story
Yeah.
from one of my favorite subreddits, Am I the Asshole? By throw RA2207, so it's a throwaway account. Am I the asshole for refusing to change clothes when my girlfriend told me to? It is my girlfriend's graduation this week. I was obviously planning to go smart, but when I put on the clothes I was planning to wear, it was pretty much the same thing I wear to work, so I decided to change it slightly. I was still dressed with a shirt, blazer, and smart trousers, but I just picked different colors than what I was going to wear. I had a grey blazer, maroon shirt, and then very dark blue trousers. I thought it looked pretty good, and then my girlfriend saw it and was like, absolutely not. She said it was too many colors and I should just change back into what I was going to wear, which was black trousers, white shirt, and a black blazer. I told her there was nothing wrong with what I was wearing and that the other outfit was too much like work, but she just said it was her day, so she should get a say. I mentioned that while it might be her day, she doesn't get to decide every part of it, and there was nothing wrong with my outfit. She just said I shouldn't be wearing 3 different colors and that I should change. I refused, since I liked what I was wearing, and it didn't look bad. Am I the asshole for refusing to be told what to wear? Edit. I'm not sure how to post photos, so I'll try to give the best description of the clothing. The grey was a charcoal grey, so it was very dark. The maroon again was a very dark shade, and the same with the trousers, so a very dark shade of blue. And there were no bright or bold colors involved. Asshole. Also, ew. Also, why would you wear 3 colors? I got so mad when I read this, and I'm like, are you colorblind? Why would you do that? I mean, okay. Oh, it feels like too much like work to wear a black blazer and black trousers with a white t-shirt. Okay, then just put the maroon shirt instead of the white shirt and still wear the black. Why so many colors?
I disagree. My issue is the darkness of the colors, because I think, like, obviously being a menswear designer, I think separates work. They can very much work.
But
so
3?
Yeah. So yeah. So for
maroon.
example, wait.
Maroon shirt, blue
I don't like the color combination, but
Great.
For example, it would have worked if it would have been a mix of a darker and lighter colors. So I think maybe like have a light grey blazer with a maroon shirt. Like maroon and grey works really beautiful together, and then choose like a lighter pair of trousers.
Okay, yeah, but then do a matching blazer and trousers. Don't have
you don't have to. So you don't have to. See, I really I think that you can always, like, when you like look at for like the classic separates, is obviously, you know, your navy jacket with your kind of beige trousers, and then you usually have like a white or
I
a
hate
light
that.
blue.
I honestly don't like that. I don't like
But
it when the blazer and the trousers don't match.
Work. It's like formal. Yeah, I don't mind separates. I don't like the combination what he did. I disagree with her telling him what to do in general, but I do think it was her graduation.
It was her graduation.
But I personally think that for me, the other option is worse. I think black suits are awful. Like, yeah, I think black suits always remind me of security guys, and it's just that kind of, yeah. I
don't mind the black suit, maybe because I like black, so I do wear, like, when I was in school, I wore, like, sixth form, you weren't allowed, you're only allowed, like, I think it was, like, dark gray, or, like, dark navy, or black, so I always wore, like, a black suit.
But that's what I mean. I think for me, a black suit is there's 3 occasions for me to wear black suits, which is, or an all black suit, is a funeral, a Sicilian wedding or uniform.
But I think, okay, maybe not. If he just did the black trousers instead of the navy blue trousers with the gray blazer and the maroon shirt, it could have worked. But I need to see exactly what color they are. Because, yeah, again, without a picture, it's a bit hard. What I'm imagining is, like, my school colors were maroon and navy blue. So I'm like imagining those two colors mixed in with like a gray.
But it's a charcoal, so it's a very dark one.
Anyway,
I think it's a lot of personal taste, but I think in this case it's her graduation.
I was like,
in general, I'm not a big believer of like telling people what to wear, what not to wear, but
I mean, if she didn't like it, it's like, it's my graduation. I don't want to like
do it for her on this occasion.
Like, I don't want to take pictures with you with your like mix of like whatever you're wearing. Like, I don't want to take any pictures with you on my graduation. You look terrible. I don't want to stand up there and then like see you there clapping with your ugly ass blazer.
But he could have also, he could have worn the maroon shirt with the black.
That's what I was saying. That's what like one of the comments was like, we need a picture. Yeah, black trousers / blazer with the maroon shirt would be fire though. Someone said it.
Yeah.
And there's not that many comments because, I mean, there is a few. Actually, wait. Oh no, there is quite a few comments. But I don't see anything from OP. Someone was, I mean, yes, these look nice, but we don't know what shades or designs he was wearing. If the girlfriend's first reaction was absolutely no, I have a feeling this outfit didn't work quite as well as these ones. So he could, I mean, men can, color blindness is a lot more in men. So he could also be kind of colorblind. Maybe he sees it as like it's darker, but maybe it didn't look as nice.
I think for me, like, honestly, I just going back, I think like it's her day. Let her have that day. I think, like I said, in general, I don't believe in telling people what to wear.
No, I don't believe in that either. But I mean, I guess as a fashion designer and everything, people do come to me with like, hey, is this cool to wear? Like, does this work? They ask me for my opinion. So if I get asked for my opinion, I'll give my opinion, but I'll never be like, hey, this looks ugly on you. You shouldn't wear it. Like, you wear what you want to wear. Like, I wear some ugly things sometimes. Like,
yeah.
Sometimes I don't have the best style. I'm just like, I'm tired. I'm lazy. I'm just gonna put this on and whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think we all have that, and obviously, fashion is also very subjective because what you might consider as like a nice combination, I might say actually no, it's not. But I think we all agree that like on this occasion he should have worn like maybe the black suit with a maroon shirt.
Found a really good comment.
Tell me.
Here's my thoughts. Every day of his life, OP wears muted colors. But on the one day that was about his girlfriend, OP needs to stand out. And you can't convince him otherwise. It just seems like he was trying to pick a fight or steal a little shine on her day. Like, just anecdotally, and we never discussed this because she's my ride or die bestie now, my sister showed up to my college graduation with a platinum blonde pixie cut. She had long brown hair the day before, and a party dress with the crinoline petticoat underneath it to give it a volume and bounce. Could she wear anything she wanted? Sure. Should her partner have told her to have some fucking chill for 3 hours? Also sure. This feels a little like that.
See, I'm quite digging the pixie cut with the 50s petticoat dress.
I've seen a few pixie cuts and I'm like, this is cute. I could never pull it off.
No, so I couldn't. But I think,
the most I've done
it's
is a bob
sometimes
cut.
maybe also probably the shock. But I think he's right. It's like you don't need to rain on your girlfriend's parade.
No, it's her day.
It's her thing.
Just have it like be there for once, but then be like, hey, I didn't really feel like. I didn't really like you telling me like I couldn't wear that. It felt a bit, what was it? What was
controlling?
Controlling.
But it's not.
I don't think it is. I think it's just like it's her day. She wants to feel like she's excited, and then she's like has this fight before her graduation with her boyfriend who's like, no, I don't want to change. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, he's essentially ruining her day.
Very much ruining her day.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some not the assholes, but most
I
of
think
them
definitely do
are
it. I think
you're the asshole, or like they're just asking for I mean, one with you're the asshole. You do have the right to wear whatever you want, of course, but on her graduation day, you should defer to her. The whole point of you being there is to make it special for her. So why would you ruin that by wearing something she doesn't like?
agreed.
So yeah, I think
Let's
he's
move
the
along.
asshole for
Absolutely.
that. But ultimately, wear whatever you want. But if your partner asks you for something special on their day, maybe listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
Today's podcast is supported by Queer Brewing.
Queer Brewing is UK's first queer and trans-owned brewery, making queer beers and big queer since 2019. Founded by Lily Wade Marsden, after recognising a significant lack of LGBTQ plus representation in the beer world, she set up to take up space in an industry dominated by cisgender, heterosexual male voices.
Also, they donate 10p for every can and every pint of beer sold to rotating LGBTQ plus charities who do vital and impactful work for our community. And if you want to learn more about that, you can check out their website. It is www.thequeerbrewingproject.com.
I will be drinking today the Tiny Dots, which is a Pilsner style lager.
And I'll be drinking their Body Shift, which is a 4% pale ale, and it's also gluten-free. So if you want to check them out, go to their website. Those also be linked in the bio of this video. And yeah, go support your queer community. Back to the episode. Okay. So we have 2 wedding ones. So because I've got a few more stories, I'm gonna let you pick between the 2.
Ooh.
So we got, am I the asshole for kicking my sister out of my wedding because she didn't like my dress? Or am I the asshole for refusing to wear the wedding dress my sister-in-law gave me as a wedding gift?
Oh, I kind of want to hear them both.
I could do both. We save one for another time we do Reddit stories.
I mean, this is a tough one.
All right, let's do both. I think
Let's do both.
let's do both.
Let's do both.
Let's start off with the am I the asshole for kicking my sister out of my wedding because she didn't like my dress? My 28 female wedding was last weekend and it was supposed to be the happiest day of my life. But now all I feel is a mix of anger and guilt, and I can't stop replaying what happened with my sister Emma, 25 female. So she's younger sister. Let me set the scene. My fiance Dave, 30 male, and I planned a small intimate wedding in this beautiful garden venue. Everything was perfect, at least in my head. I had chosen a simple, elegant wedding dress, not super fancy, but one I absolutely loved. It wasn't traditional, it had this flowy bohemian vibe, and I felt like a goddess in it. The problem? Emma didn't feel the same way. Emma is, well, she's the type of person who loves high fashion. She always dresses to the nines, and I admire her style, but she can be a bit opinionated about it. When I showed her my dress before the wedding, she made this face. You know the one, I'm trying to be polite, but I hate this face. I brushed it off.
I'm also not trying to hide it, probably.
I'm really bad at hiding, like, how I feel. Everyone says, like, Rali, I can see, like, all the emotions you're feeling, like, right away. I brushed it off, thinking it was just her personal taste, and we moved on. Fast forward to the wedding day. Emma arrives at the venue, and the first thing she says to me is, "Are you really going to wear that?" I'm standing there, getting my hair done in my robe moments before walking down the aisle, and she's critiquing my dress. I try to laugh it off, but she keeps going. You know, this would have been the perfect opportunity to wear something a bit more classy. I mean, you're the bride. Don't you want to wow everyone? Her words were like a punch in the gut. I had spent months planning this day, and this was the dress I felt comfortable and beautiful in. I asked her to drop it, but she just wouldn't let it go. Emma started suggesting other dresses I could have chosen, even saying, "I could have helped you find something so much better." I lost it. I told her, "Emma, if you can't support me today, then maybe you shouldn't be here." She looked at me like I had just slapped her, and then she stormed off. I thought she was just going to cool down, but instead she left the wedding entirely. My parents were furious with me for ruining the family dynamic and accused me of overreacting. They said Emma was just being Emma and I should have let it go. Dave supports me, but I can tell he's uncomfortable with all the family drama now. Since then, Emma hasn't spoken to me. My parents have been sending me passive-aggressive texts about how family is more important than a dress. And now I'm questioning whether I really did overreact. I just wanted to feel special on my wedding day, and instead, I feel like I pushed my sister away over something petty. So, am I the asshole?
Absolutely not. Your sister's a spoiled brat. Your sister should have been told by her parents that there's times where you need to keep your mouth shut.
And the way the parents are like,
It
family is
wasn't
more important than a dress. Tell that to Emma.
Yeah, say that to Emma. You should have taught your daughter, your youngest daughter, to keep her mouth shut. Because I think this is awful. It's like she chose a wedding dress that she loved, felt comfortable, she felt beautiful in.
It's not your wedding. It's not your wedding.
And also, it doesn't really matter what you wear. It's not about the dress. It's not about wowing other people.
Also, it's not about Emma.
Marriage is about the union between you and the person that you love. Wear a sack of potatoes if you like.
And like she felt beautiful and comfortable in that dress until Emma was just just destroyed her confidence minutes before walking down the aisle.
I blame the parents.
I
genuinely
she
blame
is
the
younger
parents.
sister.
She's the younger sister.
She's spoiled.
Yeah, and there's days where you keep your mouth shut. You do not like weddings are so stressful to kind of pull off and like put everything together, and you know you're nervous. You've got all the emotions running through your head on that day. The last thing you want is someone saying, "That's not quite right, is it?" No.
It's also like
it's too late to change.
It's
what did Emma try to achieve with that?
Just I guess put her down. I guess just like belittle her. I wonder if she's just like always done things like that on like special days.
She probably has. She probably wanted to like maybe she can't cope with the fact that the dress that the whole situation was about her sister's wedding and not her, and
she had to like put her down a little bit.
Put her down to make herself feel better. Maybe she was jealous. I don't know what's happening here, but I think the fact is that
and her parents enabling her as well. Yeah.
And and I think it's awful, and I do blame the parents for that. I generally blame the parents for that because
they enabled her, and they probably enabled her when she was teen and with other stuff.
Why take her side? She was
being mean.
Yeah, and
she was being cruel and mean.
Passive aggressive messages. So why should she have put up with it? And it's like, a dress is. So a family is more important than a dress. It's like, in what way?
Tell that to Emma.
Yeah, say that to Emma because I think Emma's nasty.
She is. It's so mean to do that to a person right before any kind of big event. And like honestly,
she's nasty.
If she didn't ask for your opinion, don't give it. She never asked for your opinion.
No.
Don't give your opinion to people when they didn't ask. That stands for everyone. If I didn't ask you for my personal opinion on whatever, something that I wear, something that I'm doing, then don't give it. Because if you weren't asked, why are you giving your opinion?
No, I think I totally agree, and I think Emma's awful, and she should have never said anything. And I think like ruining someone's wedding day by like comments, because you say these comments and you do it with intention to hurt, to sting, to stab. These like little stabs. She asked her numerous times, please drop it. She didn't. She kept jabbing at it. So you have the intention, because whatever you do, there's no. She can't change the dress now. She's having her hair done. She's in a robe. What are you trying to do? So do you intentionally wanting to make your sister feel bad about something for whatever reason? And I think Emma's the arsehole, and you've done nothing wrong.
Definitely, completely agree. Should I go through some comments?
Yeah.
See what people said?
Yeah.
Big yellow box, 2 awards. Not the asshole. Text your parents back saying, you're right. Family is more important than a dress. It's too bad Emma doesn't understand that. Maybe if she did, she wouldn't have repeatedly insulted my dress moments before I was set to walk down the aisle. Maybe if she understood the importance of family, she'd have actually been supportive of me, her family. I don't know why she failed to learn to be supportive of family, but maybe you guys can try to teach her this.
Ooh, and she's right.
Definitely right.
No, you don't need someone like this
Also,
in
a
your life
family.
who gets
Sorry.
kicks out of putting you down. Like I think life's difficult enough. It's a struggle for everyone, and you don't need to put each other down, specifically not within family. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like me and my sister had a fair share of arguments, but
Same
like,
here.
but still,
We're super supportive of each other,
yeah,
and on her wedding day, hopefully soon, maybe. I don't know. She's nowhere near that.
yeah,
Sorry, sis.
but that's the thing. It's like what, learn how to when to keep your mouth shut.
Also, yeah. Also, family is so important. Emma didn't have to leave. That's on Emma. She left. Like, she didn't get kicked out. Actually, she left. She
Yes.
told her like, you don't have, shouldn't have to be here. Which, after all of these, I would say the same. She's the one that left. She didn't have to leave.
No.
She could have just gone, cooled down, come back.
Yeah.
She left so she could bring the spotlight on her, and like her
Yes.
parents can be like,
Of course.
pay attention to her instead of
Yes.
to the sister.
It's a deliberate move.
Yeah, she left
Definitely
on her
not the
own.
asshole.
Golden child, anyone, not the asshole. Emma's the golden child. She never supported OP.
And also, what's it? It makes me angry. It's like, what's it got to do with you? What your sister wears on her wedding day if she didn't ask you? It's not as if you went dress shopping together and Emma gave her the opinion there and then and said, actually, I think maybe it's how about. But ultimately, it's her decision what she wears for her wedding.
Next story. Are we ready?
Oh yeah.
Okay. The next wedding one is wedding dress one. Am I the asshole for refusing to wear the wedding dress my sister-in-law gave me as a wedding gift? So like in quotations.
This is already like sets off all my alarm bells and my. What are you thinking?
It gets
What
worse.
are you
It gets
thinking?
so much worse. I, female 27, met my fiance Jacob, male 31, when I was 21. So I'm bad at math.
How old is she?
She's 27, so it's been 6. We've been
6
together
years.
6 years and engaged for almost a year out of those. My mother's wedding dress has been passed down for generations, and I remember being a little girl dreaming of walking down the aisle in it. We have recently been wedding planning, and we were invited to a dinner hosted by my fiance's family that was on a Sunday. When we arrived, we greeted everyone and sat at a table to eat. Sister-in-law stood up and tapped her spoon against the glass and said that she had to make a toast. She then said she would be right back before going into another room and returning with a large plastic bag. Everyone seemed to be so excited, but I just felt confused. I awkwardly smiled as I asked sister-in-law what was inside the bag. She opened up to reveal her wedding dress from her wedding, which was 2 years ago. Everyone began clapping as sister-in-law announced that this was her official wedding gift to us, and she wanted me to wear the dress at the wedding. Like her dress at the wedding. I tried to smile, but I guess I didn't do a good job of hiding my disappointment, and everyone began asking me what was wrong. I tried to explain how I wanted to wear my mother's dress, and that it was nothing personal, but that I refused to wear my sister-in-law's dress. My sister-in-law began crying as my in-laws began tearing into me and comforting her. I just burst into tears and ran outside. My fiance didn't even come after me, and after crying my eyes out on the steps for what felt like hours, he finally came outside and yelled at me to get into the car. I was so confused, but I got into the car just to hear him berate me on how I made such a big scene and embarrassed him in front of his family. He sounded so mad, and he even said he couldn't believe he chose to marry such a bitchy cunt. His exact words. My fiance also said that how sister-in-law was just trying to be nice, and that her dress was more modern compared to my mother's dress, which looked like an old rag. Also his exact words. I tried to tell him how much my mother's wedding dress meant to me because I promised her that I would wear it. I felt like my fiance's family planned this and put me on the spot, thinking I wouldn't stand up for myself and just agree to wear sister-in-law's dress. I don't think I did anything wrong, but part of me thinks I should have gone along with it and then told sister-in-law in private that I wouldn't be wearing her dress. Am I the asshole?
No. Oh, honey, no, you have done nothing wrong. This is your day. You wear whatever you want. If it's a family tradition, especially. It's like, this is your day. You should not wear something you don't feel comfortable in. Again, what the hell are you thinking?
I'm so
And
mad at
I'm
the
so
husband.
sorry. I mean, personally, pull the plug on this wedding. He's controlling. You cannot. He's trying to control. Calling you names for.
Bitchy cunt.
I know, right? But calling you names for trying, like, and pressuring you into wearing his sister's wedding dress.
Kind
I
of
mean,
creepy.
this is wrong on every level. It's like if she
It's
doesn't
like, do you want
like
to fuck your
it,
sister?
like,
Like,
she doesn't like it. She doesn't like it, and she should wear whatever she wants. The way he speaks to her, and it's like, I mean, if there's anyone at fault her, it's the sister-in-law. Yeah, of course,
the
she
whole
could have.
family. The whole family is
Yeah,
crazy.
but
They ditched the
why
whole family.
why pull it out there and then putting her on the spot? She could have taken her to the side privately and said, "Hey, you know."
Also, be
But
like,
also, it would mean a lot if you would wear the dress. So what? It's your wedding.
no, the way she said it, she was like, this is like my wedding gift. Like, I don't want, give me money. I don't want your dress. Like, I don't want your dress. I have a dress. Like, being like, oh, this is my wedding gift for you to wear it. I'm like, you didn't ask me if I want to wear it. You were just giving it to me to wear it. Like,
And it's not like, I don't know, maybe like that she, but they had conversations previously
they
where she
didn't.
admired the dress and said, I'd love to have a dress like that. This is my ultimate dream dress.
She's probably
or,
saying, oh, I'm going to wear my mother-in-law's, like my mother's dress because it's been passed down for generation. I doubt that they didn't know about it. I'm pretty sure they did. And the husband calling it a old rag, I'm pretty sure he
I
was
think
in on it.
That's absolutely, that's disgusting. I wouldn't marry him. Like,
I
for
wouldn't.
me, this would be over.
I don't want to be part of this family. I don't want to be part of you. You cannot support me on our wedding. You cannot
No.
support my decisions. No.
No.
Like, I think this is like, you should ditch that, like, fiance of yours and ditch that whole family and never speak to them again.
No, yes. I mean, you can still be together, but just do not get married and then decide what you're going to do.
No,
But
honestly, like,
but
I don't even think. I think you should just break up because, like, someone that talks to you like that and acts like this towards you, I think you should just, like, cut your losses because this is kind of like a snippet of your future and what it's going to look like.
No, absolutely. If he thinks he can speak to her like that, no. You don't speak to people
I don't think
like that.
no one
Over a
deserves to
dress.
get speaking.
Over a dress. It's not as if, something dramatic or something awful or she insulted somebody.
If anyone calls me a bitchy cunt in a non-joking, like, actually meaning it, because me and my friends, we call each other, like, names sometimes, just, like, as jokes, but we know it's jokes. But if someone actually, like, full-heartedly said that to me, I'd be there, like, we're done on the spot. Like, I would be like, stop the car.
Yeah.
I'm getting out. I'm gonna pack up my stuff tomorrow and I'm leaving you. Like,
yeah.
if you actually said that to me, like, straight up, I'll be like,
yeah.
I wouldn't. You cannot speak to me like this.
You cannot marry this man.
Like, who do you think you are speaking to someone like that?
No.
Absolutely no.
No.
I don't care how mad you are.
And what's next? So you're verbally abusive, and what's next? Physically abusive? No. Like, if the floodgates are open, they're open. There's no going back.
Do you want to hear some comments?
Oh yeah.
Ma'am,
I'm outraged.
I'm so outraged. Ma'am, you need to leave that whole family behind, including your fiancé. Definitely not the asshole. You just had a peek into your future if you carry on with this relationship.
Yes.
OP, do not waste your mama's wedding dress on this man. He does not deserve it.
He does not deserve the dress. He does not deserve you. He does not have your back. He will never have your back. And if you're marrying someone who cannot stand up for you, for the person he chooses to spend the rest of your life with, to his family, he will never have your back. To anyone.
I like this comment. Exactly the feeling I got. And anyone who calls me a bitchy cunt will find out how bitchy I can be.
Oh, I love that.
I love that. Also,
you
someone
go,
else
girl.
was I feel like the dress needs to be hidden away to make sure nothing happens to it. This family and fiance seem like the type to do something to it and get what they want.
Can you imagine?
Oh, okay. I found this comment. It's got 5 stars, big yellow box, massive comment. I'm just gonna read some of it. I'm going to say something you need to hear, and I really hope you think about this. Calling someone you're supposed to love a bitchy cunt is verbal abuse. It felt terrible because he meant to hurt you. Sit with that for a moment. You were crying and upset, and he purposefully used his words to demean and hurt you more. This will escalate and get worse. And it continues on, but
they're
I think
right. This is just the beginning.
There is an update.
Oh. Oh. I
Okay.
really hope she's left him.
Update. And there's 2 edits to the update, but I'm going to read the update first and I'll read the edits
Mhm.
after. So, update. Am I the asshole for refusing to wear the wedding dress my sister-in-law gave me as a wedding gift? Hi everyone. I just wanted to start off by saying thank you to everyone in the comments supporting me and all of the private messages reaching out. I haven't got to all of them, but I'll try to whenever I can. I really didn't expect so many people to see my post, but I just wanted to make it clear how grateful I am. If you haven't seen my original post, you can check my profile, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. Get to the point.
Get to the points.
I know a majority of you told me to leave him, and I took some time to think about it. Why? Leave. Joking. But I know I can't leave without a proper conversation. At the end of the day, I spent 6 years with this man, and this behavior was honestly out of the ordinary. I agree with a lot of the comments saying that his family was influencing him because he used to be so caring and kind, but ever since the wedding planning began, he changed. Showing you his true colors, baby. Since the dinner on Sunday, he hasn't been talking to me at all and always leaves the room whenever I come in.
What?
His honestly immature behavior and all of your comments have made me rethink my whole relationship. Leaving the room whenever you enter. What is he, a child?
Silent treatment. Oh, my favorite.
I did end up making him sit down with me a few hours ago to talk about things and have an adult conversation. He was very dismissive and was just scrolling on his phone for the majority of the time.
Just leave him. How old is he? 12?
I tried to explain how I felt put on the spot at the dinner and how his reaction on the fact that he didn't come after me and comfort me post the dinner was so hurtful and disrespectful. All he had to say in his response was that I was being selfish and that my sister-in-law was trying to help me, and I had just embarrassed her in front of everyone. The conversation honestly went nowhere, and I felt really shitty and lost. Around an hour ago, he came up to me and apologized, saying that he was sorry and that he understood how I was feeling. I asked what we could do about the dress, and he told me that he had talked to sister-in-law, and she had agreed to let me wear my mother's dress during the reception, but I would wear the dress during the main ceremony.
No.
I admit I kind of lost it because he said it as if I needed permission to wear my wedding dress on my wedding day.
Oh, honey, this is your future.
I haven't felt so
marrying a
disrespected in my life.
psychopath.
Literally. I haven't felt so disrespected in my life. I've just been sitting inside our bedroom, and I'm pretty sure things are over after this.
Good.
Edit 1. I will admit my mother's dress is slightly old-fashioned, but I had talked to him before we got engaged about how it was my dream to wear it, which he had no problems with. The fact that he didn't respect how sentimental it was to me is what hurt. Also, during our second conversation, he kept bringing up how his family was paying for the majority of the wedding.
Doesn't matter.
Which, yes, they were paying about 75% of it.
They don't own you.
But I tried to remind him that it was my wedding too. Edit 2. Yes, I'm leaving him for sure now. I really don't appreciate the comments calling me bad names for staying. That's rude. I'm never intending to stay, and the only reason I thought we needed a conversation was because this behavior was recent and I wanted to understand what was going on. I haven't told him that it was over officially, though it should be obvious yet, mainly because I'm scared he might do something violent, as many comments said. I need a few days to figure out things, and I'm going to tell my brother to come pick me up, and I'll stay there for a few days. I'm logging off for now, but I'll update if anything happens.
Right. First of all, what's with this name calling by strangers to strangers? What's with the name calling of people on the internet telling her what to do or not to do?
Like, they've been together for 6 years. Of course she's going to want to have a conversation. She's not just going to like...
It doesn't matter. You don't name call on the internet. You don't troll people. The end. Let's just be all adults. If you don't like something, walk away. It's still her life. Yes, of course it's good that she's leaving him, and this will only get worse. It's like he's controlling her. like this narcissistic behavior, like gaslighting her, telling her what to do, what not to do, and that she is selfish and blah blah blah. And I pay more for the wedding. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you love someone. It doesn't matter who pays for what.
I died when it was like, yeah, my sister-in-law was like, is okay if you, like, she told me, like, you can, like, giving you permission to wear your wedding dress, but only for the reception. You have to
Oh my
wear her
God.
dressing this for the ceremony. I'm
Was
like,
she a puppy? Like,
also, why does your sister-in-law have anything to do with the wedding? Like, it's, are you marrying your sister-in-law or are you marrying your wife?
yeah.
Why are you taking suggestions and, like, asking your sister-in-law for permit? Like, I'm so confused.
I'm very confused. I'm very confused as to what gives people the right to dictate how other people live. It's only like if there's only one, and also he's got no right to say what she's gonna wear on her wedding day. Like, he should be technically seeing her at the altar in the old-fashioned way. And like, I mean, obviously everybody does things differently, but like,
I
she
believe
can
in
wear whatever.
curses.
But what I also don't understand is why the hell this whole old-fashioned thing. Do you know what? Like, there are so many people getting married in vintage dresses, 1920s, 30s, 40s,
They're
50s
beautiful.
dresses, and they're beautiful. And I think it doesn't matter if something is new or fashionable. If it works with your body shape, if you feel happy with that, if you feel uncomfortable with that, if you feel comfortable with that, this you should wear. Like I said, wear whatever you like. You're not marrying the dress, honey. You're marrying the person in it.
Wear whatever you like. Wear whatever feels comfortable to you and you feel beautiful in. Not, you're dressing for yourself, maybe a little bit for your partner. I might say a little bit for your, just a little bit, like a 5%. 99% is for you and how you feel. 1% maybe for him, a little bit.
Yeah, whatever. But like, I'm so outraged about this. Like, I'm honestly, I cannot. I
If he
can't
loves
get
you, he
over.
will love you in a potato sack.
Yeah, I don't know. Just whatever.
On your wedding, did you hide your
She's
wedding
not.
dress?
Yeah, no, it's not as if she says, "Oh, I want to wear a tracksuit," and even that, whatever.
White tracksuit? Hell yeah.
Hell
Sign
yeah,
me
white
up.
tracksuit and cowboy boots.
Yeah,
I'm there.
I'm there. Did on your wedding, did you hide your wedding dress until like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, of course. You always have to hide things, I think it's important, and I think it's, but again, everybody should wear. Like, I would have never had any input on it because, like you said, like, people should be. I don't know. It
People should
makes
wear
me
what they
sad.
want. It does
Yeah.
make me very sad. One of the first comments, girl, that was not an apology. He just told you his family pays 75% of the expenses, so you better wear the sister-in-law's wedding dress. This is the type of husband that would be dismissive and choose his family over his wife.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know what? What did someone I know once say? And it's a quote here. And he said, "If you have a problem with my wife, you have a problem with me." And that comment was directed to his mother. And I have so much respect for this.
Oh, I have so much respect for this because, I mean, I listen to like these like Reddit podcasts and stuff, and then so many of those stories, it's like always the husband's taking the
Yeah.
mother-in-laws or like their family's side instead of their wife's side, and it's like whenever you hear where like the husband actually supports the wife, you're like, oh my god, I can't believe it. And it's because so many people don't choose their partner. It's like, this is your family now. Who you marry or who you plan to marry, like who you're in a relationship with, that's gonna be your family. Like if you plan to marry that person, that's gonna be your family. Don't like, yes, you have your family and stuff, but that is your family. You're gonna have kids with that person. You have to be on the same page with that person. You can't just like go to mommy and daddy and like always be on their side. Like you have to be on the side of your wife. And if you're not on the side of your wife, there's a big issue there.
Yeah. And then you will never be. You will never be. You should always, at least on the outside, take the side of your wife and then have conversations and say, actually, you know what, it would mean a lot to me. Have it privately.
Yeah.
But you should be on the side of your wife.
Always. Another comment. This one is with a big yellow box, 2 awards. The apology wasn't real. If you marry him, he'll go back to being who he's been since the wedding planning started. He thinks he's trapped you, and he's starting to bring his real self.
Oh, yeah.
Started being his real self. I love reading. I'm so good at it. Okay. I say we move on to our last story.
Oh, last story for today.
We got options, so you're gonna have to choose one from these ones. Okay. Am I the asshole for asking my mom to not buy me clothes as I don't like what she gets? Am I the asshole for getting my sister arrested after she destroyed my clothes? Or am I overreacting for being really embarrassed by my husband's comments on what I wear? Do you want to go back to option, or do you remember?
No, I remember. Let's have the sister arrested.
Okay, I was hoping you choose that because that sounds good. I was so infuriated. Okay. Am I the asshole for getting my sister arrested after she destroyed my clothes? So I, 24 female, live with my younger sister, 21 female. While we both save up for our own places, it's been mostly fine. But lately, she's been acting super jealous and petty over the dumbest stuff, especially my clothes. I work a decent job and I like fashion. I save up and occasionally treat myself to nice things. Think Zara, Abercrombie, nothing outrageous, but definitely stuff she doesn't buy herself. She constantly borrows my clothes without asking. I've asked her to stop multiple times, even put a lock on my closet door, which she broke. Last week was the final straw. I came home from work and found a pile of my clothes, my favorite leather jacket, some designer jeans, a silk dress I wore once, all shredded and slashed up on the floor, like someone went full slasher movie on them. My heart dropped. I asked her what happened, and she just smirked and said, "Maybe now you'll stop acting like you're better than everyone else." I completely lost it. I called the police and filed a report. She thought I was bluffing until the cops actually showed up. I showed them the damage, the receipt of the clothes. I keep most of them for returns or resale, and the broken closet lock. She was arrested for property damage. Now my parents are freaking out, saying I took it too far and that she's just a kid. I'm sorry, you're 21. What do you mean just a kid? And family shouldn't call the cops on each other. But I've had enough. This wasn't an accident or a dumb prank. This was straight up malicious. So, am I the asshole for pressing charges against my own sister?
No, you're not the asshole.
Just a kid? The parents being like, she's just a kid. You're
think
21.
I think it's the youngest kid syndrome again, where like you can get away with everything.
So entitled.
Honey, you're just a kid. No, you're 21 years old. Like, oh, now you stop acting. What is, you cannot destroy, like, you borrow your sister's clothes and then you break them?
When I was younger, so I'm the middle child, but we've got quite a big age gap within me. Like, my sister and I have 6 years age gap. She's older. Then my brother and I, like my younger brother, we have 8 years of an age gap. So growing up, like, it was like me and my sister a lot. So I would like take her clothes like at one point or another. Like later on when I was like turning like 10, like 10, 11, like we used to fight all the time. She would like yell at me and stuff for the clothes. But like then I had a brother. I was like, oh, I'll never be like this with my brother. I'll give him stuff. And then whenever he like took things from me, I would yell at him as well. So I get it when you're kids and you like try and borrow things and you get annoyed. But you're 21. Like now, me and my sister, she'd be like, oh my God, can I borrow this at some point? I'll be like, yeah, sure, here you go. Or like I'll borrow something of hers. But I ask. I don't just take.
No, you don't just take. So same with me and my sister. Like my sister's got this wonderful, most magical sense for fashion, and she always is dressed immaculately and very
Same
beautiful.
with my sister.
But it's like, and yeah, I would love to borrow it, but obviously because of geographical distance, it's not possible. But I would never just take something. And even then, my sister used to have this like really incredible like brown suede leather jacket, and I loved it so much. And I borrowed it, and she lent it to me for a while, and I borrowed it, but it was never without asking. And it's that kind of thing. You just don't just take stuff. And
See,
I
it was
understand
like borrowing clothes without asking. That's not borrowing. That's just stealing.
No, well, I was taking it with no permission, but still, I mean, I can get. We're not keeping it, but I can get the fact you live together. You go kind of like you've got quite a narrow age gap. You borrow stuff from each other, but I think as soon as one person says, "I'm not okay with this," this needs to stop. Okay. And
also, one thing, living with your sibling can be very hard, like when you're adults. I mean, because me and my sister for a little while when I moved to London for the first time. I lived with her, and we were like gonna kill each other. Like she hated, like it was her space. She hated having me there. I hated, like she was like her telling me like how to clean my car, like my dishes, and like, how to clean the kitchen, and like we just like spat at each other so much that when I moved out, we like literally like barely talked until like a year and a half later, we were like kind of like, okay, now we're friends.
I think sisters go through these kind of phases, you know, that you have these arguments, but then I just think like you just don't take, and I think like I understand there's a narrow age gap, and maybe that's been something that's been going on since they were little, that they kind of like shared clothes, and obviously you have the passing down situation from one sibling, from the older sibling usually to the
I
younger
mean,
sibling.
3 years is a very narrow
It's
age gap.
it's very narrow, but then I think as soon as like you're disrespecting your sister and her breaking stuff on purpose.
The destroying of the clothes mean like maybe now you'll stop acting like you're better than everyone else.
No.
Like that was malicious. Like it
And
was so malicious. It was so like you just wanted to hurt your sister.
Yeah.
And you were jealous of your sister. I'm like I get it. Like sometimes you can't afford these things, but then just like save up, and then
just
maybe
don't destroy it. Just
Don't destroy it.
don't destroy
Honestly,
it.
don't
Don't
destroy
destroy it. No, and I think she's right. And I would have. Do you know what? Like would have not thought about calling the police, but hats off to you.
oh no, honestly,
Maybe
like, I
that
wouldn't
was a
have called the
lesson learned
police.
that was failed to do by the parents. And I just think, do you know what? Sometimes I think the parents should be mediators in that situation, and maybe say, look, both of you, let's sit together, let's talk about that. You can air your grievances, we can, have a conversation, everybody says, and then we can figure out a way how we can move forward as a family. And I just think, like, without knowing the whole backstory, or maybe do know, like, knowing the backstory, like putting blame on her for what? For calling the police because she destroyed something. Every action
Has an equal and opposite reaction.
Yeah,
I did physics.
there you go. Smart one. But yeah, and
I'm gonna say like if
definitely not
I
the
wouldn't have
arsehole.
thought about calling the police just because cops scare me, just as it is. Like I think it's just like not because I've done anything wrong, but even if I just like walk down the street and I see cops, I'm like, oh my god, do I have like any drugs on me? Even though I don't do drugs, but like by accident, like you ever go through like airport security, you're like, oh my god, I hope I don't have any drugs on me. I don't do drugs, but like that's like I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna take my computer and then they're gonna find like Xanax on like I don't do anything, but like that's like my biggest fear. I don't know why. It's like something very stupid, but it's like
But
it's like
still,
this kind of paranoia.
I think at the end of the day, I understand where she's coming from. I understand what she did.
Oh no, I understand
think she's
completely, and
definitely
I
not
honestly,
the arsehole.
you're not the asshole for calling the cops. Honestly, that's good for calling the cops because maybe that would teach something to the sister that
Maybe
hey,
the parents failed to do.
comments, not the asshole. Tell your parents to get fucked. Your sister is a malicious, vindicative, entitled, and destructive adult. They put adult in like all
Yeah.
caps.
Yeah.
Who is now suffering the consequences of her actions.
Yep.
Exactly. And whilst you're at it, tell them to take her in now. She should no longer live with you. I wouldn't be able to trust someone living in my house who will do that. Tell them to get that psycho into therapy. Comment with big yellow box, 1 award. Tell your parents they can pay for replacing them, and then you'll drop the charges. Then get the psycho into therapy.
Yeah. Agreed.
Not the asshole. She's not a kid. You should also sue her for the cost of the clothes. I agree, but the parents are gonna have to pay it because she doesn't have the money for that. Let the parents pay up for their kid.
Yeah.
Another comment with a big yellow box with 1 award. Not the asshole. Obviously, your parents never told her consequences. Now she can learn how bad behavior is not okay. I hope you have changed the locks. Sis can go live with mommy and daddy now. any flying monkeys come out of the woodworks, ask them how much they're contributing for the replacement property.
Nice.
Otherwise, they can fuck right off. I agree. Yeah, I mean, people are just not the asshole.
Absolutely not the asshole.
Cool. I don't see any you're the asshole, and I don't see any comments from OP.
No comments.
No comments. The profile, let me see. It's been deleted, the OP's profile, so yeah. But that was for today's episode.
Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you so much for listening. If you like this whole like Reddit, fashion Reddit stories, let us know. I have a lot more in stock, and I'm always scouring Reddit for even more stuff. So please let us know if you like it. And also subscribe, maybe. I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, hit this. Let's not give people an option.
Honestly, I always hit the subscribe button, like button.
Yeah.
Down below, or not. Up to you. We love you anyways. And thank you so much for listening.
Thank you. See you next week.
See you next week. Bye.